So I wanted to kind of talk about my experience with UGC and also just like go over the things that I have been doing for the past 10 years because there's just a lot to it. So I started out as a webcam model on MFC, and I have been slowly coming out of that, transitioning a bit. It's been 10 years since I started. This is actually my 10th year this month, and it's been a very long journey. I think this is like a very uncomfortable place for me to be at because I have been doing the same job for so long. But I do think that it is time to move on and do some new things. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I have been trying to get into the UGC game a little bit more. UGC stands for user generated content. And if you look at the way that social media has been changing recently, normal people like us want to see people like us representing brands. It's really hard to relate nowadays to influencers or that influencer type on Instagram that, you know, has millions of followers and, you know, makes a lot of money. So we want people like ourselves to show you brands and products that we actually use and not just things that you wouldn't use in your normal daily life. So this new influx of UGC content is, well, it's user generated content, so just UGC is really making, I just spilled tea all over me. It's really making a difference, and like I said, people want something relatable, so I like to see stuff that is relatable, and I've already always enjoyed making content and sharing brands and products, especially like skincare and household products and stuff. So with that new influx of people coming in, it is a good time to jump on it if it's something that you can see yourself doing. And I thought I would just give a little rundown on what I'm doing and some things that I would like to be doing in the future. So with that, let me give you a little rundown. So like I said, UGC stands for user generated content. It basically is normal people like ourselves making content for brands. Usually with the UGC side, you are making content specifically for brands to use, and you don't have to post it yourself. Like, it's not the same as being an influencer because you're not posting it necessarily on your accounts for people to see. You are making it for the brands, which is why you can get paid for it, which is amazing. Sure, you can sit there. I think that if you're going to do it, it really is something that you should just jump into, and that can really just be you posting your own content with products, clothing, things that you like. It can be anywhere from designer things to small businesses. You don't have to figure out which things will work better. I would just advise to start posting. Most brands that are doing UGC stuff aren't looking for people that have 100,000 followers. You know, you really, there are tons of UGC creators that have 2,000 followers and are able to support themselves. And that's not an easy thing to do. It's not to say that any of this is easy, but it is a good time to get into it because the way that social media is changing, we just want relatable people in there. That's what makes sense. The way that I've started is by following all of the brands that I want to work with. That's just, for me, I'm able to see their stuff on my page every single day and like on my Instagram, and I don't have to go out of my way to see what kind of stuff they're posting. Another thing that you can do is messaging the brands. I have a few different scripts that I like to send brands, but I've noticed that a lot of brands also enjoy a little personalization. So I try and mix it up a little bit, and I don't make it sound too like copy and paste. I will put in a screenshot here of, if I can figure out how to, or at least I'll put in a screenshot of a script that I have used in the past that has worked. I have reached out to cosmetics, skincare, household, alcohol companies, Airbnbs, hotels, spa hotels, clothing companies, and a lot of people on Instagram will have like their email contact on their page, which is great because you can just email them there. But sometimes they don't respond to those, and sometimes it is helpful just to message them on Instagram. Another thing you can do is by posting the stuff that you're already wearing or you already own, and then tagging the brands on those. Or something that one of my friends actually brought up was posting stuff on Instagram and then asking other friends to comment on those posts and just ask you where you got that outfit or where you got that product, and then tagging the brand. All these things can help. There's no, in my opinion right now, because it's such a new field to get into, there's not really a right or wrong way. I think it is one of those things that like depends how you like to do things. It could work out for you, but I do see that one of the best things that has worked for me so far is by contacting brands, especially smaller brands that need to get the word out. A great example is the brand Element. I have a bunch of their hypochlorous acid sprays, and their sprays are good for eczema and dry skin and acne, and it's a really good product. And I also think that it's something that I actually use all the time, so it helps that I actually know what I'm talking about. But I posted about them. I bought their product on Amazon first, not even thinking about the UGC side, and I eventually did post it on I think I maybe made a video on YouTube or Instagram or something and used one of their products. I don't know if I messaged them first or they messaged me. I think I messaged them first and asked them if they did anything UGC related. They said no at first, and then I think they saw another video that I made where I tagged them again. Once again, not really on purpose, it was just because I like the brand. And eventually they actually were like, let me send you a bunch of product, which was so nice. And I think a great way to start in this field is by asking for product for promotion. I don't know how it really is if you're jumping into it and immediately asking for money, because it's not something that I did, but I did make a UGC resume, which I can also share in case anyone wants to copy, take a look at it, draw inspiration from it, and I send that to brands just so they can see all of my stats. And I think as I continue down this path, having a UGC resume that actually shows the work that I've done is really important. You want to be able to give like a portfolio kind of thing to these companies so they can see what you're actually doing with it. But there are a lot of awesome sites like Shopify collabs that you can get brand deals with, and I've done 2 for those. I worked with Solawave, and I am working with Jolie right now. Jolie is a shower head company, and Solawave is a skincare company. And these like Shopify collabs kind of sites, there's tons of them out there. I will list in the description all the ones that I have worked with or that I'm signed up for. They don't really have rules as to what you have to do. These ones are more affiliate-based links, so it is for you to post on your own page, and they can use the content if they want to. But Jolie, I got a free shower head. I have a video that I need to edit still that is just me putting the shower head in and talking about the shower head, and it gives me a code or a link that I can share with my own followers to get the affiliate money. Another company that I've been working with is called Health Vape. They're amazing. They've sent me so much product, and I do make money off them in the sense of another affiliate link. Another great example is this company called 4eyes, and I've actually been internet friends with them for a while. So I reached out to them and was like, do you want to collab? Well, not collab, but do you want to do some UGC stuff where I can make you some videos and take pictures and stuff, and you can just have them. And they also gave me a code. And like, it's fun to be able to share a code with your followers and be like, do you want, if you want to get stuff too, you have the option to do that and have a discount. So I'll share all of these things that I've found for UGC and my resume and stuff. I'll insert it right now. Also, I can't tell how dark my camera is getting right now. I'm sitting outside on my big new balcony. It's so nice to be able to sit outside. Anyway, sorry, distracted. So I think I did the majority of the rundown. Definitely reach out to brands, post brands, tag them, make YouTube videos, TikToks. They'll see it. Like, if they're looking for those people. If they are looking for those people, they will see your stuff. But also make quality content. Sometimes I think, like, I've had a decent amount of success with the UGC side of things, and sometimes I'm like, man, I wish I had started this earlier. But to be honest, I'm glad I didn't, because one, iPhones haven't always been that great when it comes to your camera quality, and I don't know if I would have made quality content in the past if I had started it earlier. So I think where I'm at now, it is a good place to be doing the things that I'm doing, especially with this transition. I've already made content for myself and promoted myself for so long that it's nice to be able to it's nice to be able to promote other things and not always have to be in those pictures, videos, whatever. My goal for the next couple weeks is to get a paid, like, get product, but also get actually paid for the content that I'm making, and not really make it for my page, but to make it actually for the brand to use. I also think making a manifestation or mood board of what you want, who you want to work with, is very helpful. I would start out with smaller brands, just because these bigger brands, they already have like the influencers. Like, I wouldn't recommend reaching out to Revolve and being like, hey, can I promote clothes for you? Because like they probably won't respond. It's just the truth that they hire influencers. But smaller clothing companies, finding Amazon brands and finding their Instagrams is a great way to do it, because a lot of these brands are just selling on Amazon and want, people that are using their products. Also, if you want to get into the side of promoting and creating content for restaurants or, bars, I have been making just like videos and stuff, and they always see those things. And I think if I can continue to upgrade my content, eventually those restaurants could ask me to come to just take pictures and videos, or have like, a free meal. I actually have one restaurant that does want to work with me, and that was just by making friends with the owner. And it's not that it's like easy, but I think because it is fun and you are receiving products and you are possibly making money off them, like, I love free stuff, and I will happily I was already making videos for stuff that wasn't free, so having the option to be able to make it for a company that actually, eventually wants to, the hope is to eventually get to a place where these companies want to work with you, and that's how you get like collabs, like actual collabs, and you're able to go to events and stuff. And I think because the influencer side of things is already so, if you aren't already doing the influencer side, you're probably not going to get into it. At least that's my opinion. It's just a lot harder to be an influencer. But the UGC side is open, and being a creator or a person on social media that really doesn't have that many followers isn't a bad thing anymore. It's actually great, because you're a real person. It means that you've gained your following organically, and it's not just filled with bots. Like, I have over 70,000 followers, and like, honestly, I'm really shadow banned. I don't really get that much engagement on my page, but I know that a good amount of people will see it. And like, through the Health Babe company that I was working with, they gave me the affiliate link, and I've made almost $200, probably more actually, just off the fact that people that have followed me also would like to stop vaping, want to buy their products, they use my code, I get the money. So it's very much worth it. And if you're gonna do it, dive in. Like, don't wait around and be like, I need to have this perfect, I need to do this. Just start posting things that you want to post. I do, YouTube, if you look at all my videos and stuff, I have gone from just like kind of like posting 2 to 3 minute videos to like 2 to 3 minute vlogs, to posting weekly vlogs that I'm talking about products in them. I'm talking about the things that I'm using in my day-to-day life, and I like to see that kind of stuff from other users and people on social media. So I really go back to thinking about like, what do I want to see? And yeah, like I said, for future use, for future brand stuff, I would love to be paid for it. It is something that I can see myself doing, and you can make a lot of money from it. I have seen tons of people make a lot of money, and I think really getting into it and making sure that your quality is content, making sure that you're actually talking about what the brand does for you and how you're using it, and what your day-to-day life looks like with those products. Even if it's just like, I drink this certain type of tea and now I'm tagging them, and they're going to see that, and now they're posting it on their own page. That's the first part that is what will get you into like the groove of posting for these brands. So definitely advise that. What else? Am I missing anything? I don't know if I'm missing anything else, but I can always make another video updating this new job vibe that I'm doing. When I do get a paid brand UGC, it's hard to know what to call it, just the thing. But yeah, I would love to do an update when I am doing more. But I will leave all the information that I have done. I'll put my UGC stuff up just because I enjoy sharing with other people. I think that the community is always happy to have more people in it, and also just follow other UGC creators. It's a great way to see what they're doing, what works, what doesn't work, and have fun with it, because it really is supposed to be about you using the products or the company's stuff, and it shouldn't be this like fake kind of vibe of like, you should buy this thing because I told you to. It needs to be like, I use this every single day and I really enjoy it, and if you would like to, you should get it too. I can smell someone smoking weed out here. It smells nice. It is getting dark out here, so I'm going to end the video there, but yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask below. I'm happy to answer them. I'm happy to help and give whatever information I can. I don't really feel like this is a very gatekeeping community, because if you go onto TikTok and you type in UGC, there are so many people that are offering up their services and their advice, and that's really nice. It's a hard, the social media industry is very hard to just get into, but can be worth it, especially with this like new turn of looking for normal people and what they're using is. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little rundown. I do have 2 episodes out of the Professionally Hot podcast with my best friend, and it's got amazing views on it, so much love for it. And if you are interested in listening to 2 ex-cam models talking about the industry and all things professionally hot, then yeah, make sure you listen to that. I'll leave the link below as well, and thanks for watching. I'll be back with more videos soon. I plan on doing a lot more heart-to-heart moments. I actually have a few ideas, one being that I have been celibate and single for almost 4 years, and I just think that's an interesting topic to talk about. So I plan on making a video about that. I plan on making one about my kind of leaving the camming industry. I want to do a video on OnlyFans. So if you guys have any things that you want me to talk about, please do not hesitate to ask, and make sure you follow me on social media and follow me on here and subscribe and like my videos because it makes me happy. Okay, bye.